Hello, I'm Joe, aka Mr. Fragrance, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm in a slightly different location. I am away on a holiday, on a break, and I brought everything I needed to film my videos except my tripod. I mean, how stupid can you be? Anyway, I'm making do with a windowsill, and today I'm going to be talking about the releases that I kind of missed when I was doing my exams. So kind of releases over the last month or so, and they are some pretty big fragrances that have been released, so enjoy the video. Now I really do have to kind of shoot through these because there are quite a few. So I'm going to start off with a dupe fragrance, and this is dupe wow with the exclamation mark. EDT, sorry, so eau de toilette fresh. And I don't quite know what that means, an eau de toilette fresh. Maybe they just mean a fresh eau de toilette, I'm not quite sure. But it is apparently a fresh citrusy fragrance. It has top notes of bergamot, lavender and violet, mid notes of geranium, and a base note of vanilla. Obviously I'm sure there's a lot more to that, but again, that vanilla is going to provide that sweetness that we are fond of in the dupe fragrances, at least some of us are fond of. And I imagine that there's a kind of citrusy but also rosy, kind of florally feel to it. Sounds like it could be quite good. Dupe always kind of pull it off with their fragrances, in my opinion. I've never really smelled a poor dupe fragrance. Of course, they are for a certain type of person. They are generally quite mass appealing and sweet and generic in a sense, but they are generally quite crowd pleasing, and I like them. Next up we have some different fragrances from zoologists. Now I'm not going to actually go through the note breakdowns on these ones, just going to let you know what they are and that they've arrived. There's quite a few. So there's a Masaki. This is something I'm a little bit struggling on. The name will be up, but it's called Masaki. In fact, sorry, you see it on the bottle. Masaki Yuzu edition, and there's also a Fiji apple edition. These sound like they're going to be quite fruity fragrances, and I looked at the note breakdowns and there are some woods in there, there's some spices, so they're going to be quite woody, spicy. But those are some tricky names. I'm not quite sure what the animal is. If you know, maybe I'm saying it wrong. It looks like a monkey of some sort, of that kind of ilk. I'm not quite sure, but zoologists always have really interesting fragrances. They also have a dragonfly fragrance coming out, and a chipmunk fragrance coming out. When are they going to run out of animals? Anyway, another fragrance is from Replica, and it is Autumn Vibes. Now they again look like they have really pulled it out of the bag with this one. Top notes of pink pepper and cardamom, mid notes of carrot seed and nutmeg, and base notes of cedar wood and moss. It's really hard to say what these are really going to come down to when you've got that many notes, but it's looking quite interesting. It's looking like it's going to have a kind of earthy vibe to it. I like that. Autumn vibes, you know, it's probably gonna be following the theme of a kind of darker fragrance, a heavier fragrance, but probably some lighter nuances maybe coming from the pink pepper. Of course that does have some darker tones to it as well. It's looking like it's gonna be quite an interesting, spicy, kind of almost possibly earthy and nearing on animalic fragrance, but you know, definitely want to check out. Probably have to sample that first though, because I don't imagine it's going to be a cheap fragrance. Next one is Ombrè Leather Parfum from Tom Ford. They've been really skimpy with these notes. They've just said iris and leather. Couldn't get anything else from them. So it looks interesting. I know that it's just a really well renowned fragrance and everyone loves it, so maybe the Parfum can improve on that. Is it possible? Let me know. Next up is Ralph's Club from Ralph Lauren. Quite a few notes in this one. I wrote this down and I don't quite know how I say it. Provincial lavender, tropical lavender, I'm sorry, clear sage, Virginia cedar and vetiver. Yeah, that's going to be quite a summery fragrance, I think. I don't see how that's possibly going to lean anywhere else other than summery. Quite a airy, fresh, light, floral fragrance. Yeah, sounds interesting. I'm not too sure what it's going to smell like, but it does sound good. Ralph Lauren fragrances, they are renowned for being probably top tier designer fragrances in general, so yeah, give it a check out. Ralph's Club by Ralph Lauren. Next up, Penhaligon's Trade Route Collection. It's called Constantinople. God, these fragrances videos of new releases, they are really just me butchering Italian, French and Spanish fragrance names. It's got notes of pine, pink pepper, lavender, iris, geranium, vanilla, patchouli and moss. Penhaligons, honestly, are they not just renowned for being the kind of top tier niche fragrance? They are so elaborate, so artistic, they're symbolic of the art form that is fragrance creation, or perfumery to be probably correct. Yeah, Penhaligons, they always have something interesting to check out, and I think this is one of them. Definitely have a check out of that fragrance. Next up is a fragrance that I've actually tried myself. In fact, I really like it. It's called Matchpoint EDP, or Matchpoint Eau de Parfum from Lacoste. It's pretty generic, but it's a type of fragrance that I really like. It's a lovely, fresh, citrusy fragrance, but it has a bit of that kind of, I would call it the Calvin Klein DNA, the soapy clean but really appealing, really nice to wear as a man, as a male, and I'm generally not the kind of person that says that kind of thing. It could properly suit a female, 100%. When I was growing up as a teenager, I would smell this kind of fragrance, and to me this would be like the one thing that all older boys would wear, and this is the kind of thing I wanted to wear. Yeah, Matchpoint EDP falls with me with tennis, which I love. Definitely something to try out. So again, that's the end of the video. I hope you can appreciate it. It's been a little bit difficult. I'm away, and as I said, I completely forgot my tripod, but hopefully you've enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, I'll be back to my normal style of videos very, very soon. I look forward to that, but for now, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time on Mr. Fragrance.